God that I trust. We ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me knew my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You know pretend. You know be gang. You know what's up?
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Yeah, he'll find Hall. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran player. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The Titans take over second and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Second down. Here's Willis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Willis looking to throw it.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Henry again on second down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Go.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Three. 19 Lions.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference, because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. It's complete to Cook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
48 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They begin with Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
These are the situations that really test the defense. Those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
Ready.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Willis now off play action.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, Willis.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 tight.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
18, high here. Hurry.
Willis wants to pass it again. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Brings it line to kick off for the Jets.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back and 60.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Willis on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Malik Willis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result. And that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. To about the 26 here. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Second down throw coming by Willis. As this complete to Woods.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
60 Maverick.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Okay.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now this time, Willis throwing it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Wilson.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. John Ross from 6 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Trenton Cannon on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Let's go.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Cut back team. Cut back team. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 31, Wilson.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
After the sack on first down, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
On third down, it's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over first and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Carter. And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Zuerlein now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jets 51, Titans 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Third down, it's Willis.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. Well, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Another run on second down with Carter. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Another tote for Carter.
And some space here. And out across midfield down to the 45.
74 yards rushing here for Carter and a first down.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Carter will try the right side.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past